personal thanks from all the from the Tingha Tigers Club to all the supporters that have supported us through the year, and all the ones that are supporters here today. Obviously, they're not all players, but we really like to thank all those people that turned up to the games, turned up to do their little bit of work and everything, and also the minor sponsors. There was a lot of them. We had about 50 minor sponsors that put in about $150, and you times that by 50, that adds up to quite a sum. So we thank all them. Too many to mention. Now I will move on to the proceedings for the first day, and the first one is I'd like to thank Bernie and Colleen, who's standing right in front of me. He's here now. And anyway, if you see the videos that have been played after the game, Bernie does them and does a professional and very, very good job with it. And Bernie, we appreciate the time that you put in for us. You made the club look the most professional. There was never a club in the Group 4 or Group 21 or Group 19 that plays the game out there, is videoed out there and is put back for their clubhouse. I'd just like to thank everyone. If everyone puts their hands together for Bernie, Colleen and Bernie, thank you very much for the time and effort you put into the video. They were very professional.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you very much. We'll move on to the Patrons Award. I'd like to ask our life member, Bob Ward, if he could come forward, please. Bob could come forward, our Patrons Award. Bob's. We put you in there first because you'd probably fall asleep. I won't do that to you. If anyone, everybody knows Bob Ward, and Bob Ward is the Mr. Football of Tingha. I reckon you always do the best thing first, and Bob's got his Patrons Award, and I'll hand it over to Bob.
Thanks very much, Chris. I'd like to welcome everybody here. I hope you have a good night. Enjoy yourselves. The presentation. I thought I'd be last, but I'm first. It don't matter. I've got a shield here. This chap's the coach. His name's Justin McElwain. He had his ups and downs through the year. He was coaching going pretty well. He got one bottle set off. Got set off from minor thing. Lasted for about 5 or 6 games. But he carried on. He had a good season, I thought, with his ups and downs. He won the second grade competition, his coaching, but he had pretty good men with him. But Dennis Gerard, young Connors, just to name a couple, and the juniors that come in, young Brown, sort of made it a real strong team. Well, I was very happy he got through the year. Started off as coaching reserves and playing reserves and playing in A grade, got injured, and he never played at all. But he won the title. He got married under the Gold Coast. You don't see that too often around the place, do you? And I'll take my hat off to him. He had a good year. I hope he's here somewhere, is he? So he's up there. Would you come forward? I'll present you with this trophy, Justin. Mike.
Thanks, Bob.
Mike, can I make it clear?
Yeah, thank you.
I'll read, fixing yours.
No, we're right.
We had a competition in 2000, in 1999. We got to the finals, and Nathan come up, Peachy come up, and we sent the trophy. He's got a memory thing there, you can take it on, mate. And you see the mate Peachy, he presented Dennis Gerard for the best and fairest in year 2000. You'll see him, will you?
No worries.
Thanks very much.
Right, now we'll call on Dicky Hayden for the President's Award. This is the award that's given up by the Tigers President, and Dick will just explain it.
Thanks, Chris. Ladies and gentlemen, this shield was donated back in 1990. It was Tingha Tiger Rugby League President's Shield. President's Award. It was donated by Bob Ward, and during the years the concurrent President has the privilege of putting a player forward that the President during the year under his own selection nominates a player to occupy that position for the year. There's the names of Justin McElwain, Brendan Anderson, Andrew Blair, Lonnie Munro, 1990 Peter Ting, and this is the President's Award for the player that the President himself during the years and the playing season thinks that that individual player is worthy. This year it's been my privilege as President of the Tingha Tigers Rugby League Football Club to pick this person, unbeknownst to anyone else but myself, and a small award goes along with it. I'd like Bob to come forward, seeing he's the original donor and the original President, 1990, that done this for us, and the recipient this year, Bob, if you can announce that, can you read that without your glasses? His arms are not long enough. I'll read it.
Paul Ettinger.
Paul Ettinger has the President's Award for the year 2007. There's a small memento. This goes with your name on the shield, Paul. Congratulations, mate. Congratulations.
Right, we now move on to an award that isn't handed out every year, and they're very sparse, these awards. I believe there's about seven of these awards, and they're life membership. During the year, a player that played with Tingha, captain, coach, came back from Brisbane, spent a lot of time with Tingha, and sent them through 10 years of great football, where they played 10 years of grand finals. It was nominated as life member of the Tingha Football Club. The club thought it fitting that he be awarded, and I'd like to ask Alan Ting to come forward and receive his life membership at the Tingha Football Club.
Thanks very much, mate. I forgot about it when he was playing. I was going to give it 3 years ago. But, congratulations. I'm pleased I used to go to Brisbane, pick you up and bring you home and take you back, and I'll go to work next fall. It's all worthwhile.
That was, mate.
Thanks for everything over the years.
Thank you.
You had a real good run. Very good. Back on that. It was a long life. I missed out on it. Anyway, best of luck.
I think. Thank you.
Thank you, Alan. You're now the second oldest life member. Anyway, we're moving to over 3 grades. We'll start going on with the awards. We'll try to run through these as quick as we can. The awards over the 3 grades, the training award, and it's sponsored by Sapphire City Meats, another great sponsor of us. And the training award is for Tom Nelson. If you could come forward, please. We move on to a trophy that's been around for a lot of years. It's the Burns Trophy. If I could ask Billy, Alfie and Brett to come forward and award this for the Burns family trophy. It's the most improved in all grades, in the 3 grades, the junior. If I could have him up, is Garrett Gooder. Reserves is Damien Ellis, and the A grade is Anthony Williams. So Jared, we got with Brett. We'll move on to the reserve grade with Damien Ellis. He is an improver. He's a very, very good improver. He played very well during the year. Gets a photo taken, David. Don't be shy. Thanks, David. And the A-grader and this fella who's gone in leaps and bounds, Anthony Williams.
Just on behalf of the Burns family, I'd like to congratulate all those players and congratulate Tingha on having their seasons out of the competition, but now they come back as strong as ever, and they just prove what a great club they are. If my father and our father was around, he would do the same thing. He always loved Tingha, and he was last time I was with Tingha, I done the first aid for Tingha, and after the game I got a call up at the hospital, and that was the last I'd seen my dad, so I'm very proud to be up here for my father. Thank you.
We'll move on to the last of the trophies that is shared by all three grades, and then George Shaw, and I'll present this one on behalf of Bernie and George Shaw, most improved player over the three grades, our most promising player over the three grades that only have to be one follower, and that's Kylie Brown. Yeah!
This is his travelling bag because he's travelling to Newcastle. And for you people that don't know, he got man of the match grand final day at Warrielda. 4 tries.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. You can't talk enough of him. I heard the bloke from Warrielda say that it was just worth your money just going down to watch Kylie Brown play. It was terrific. Now we'll move on to the junior awards, and we've got the highest try scorer, and it's sponsored by, and I'll ask the president if he can award these out. Grattan Sports Store. Warren in there's done a great job sponsoring us. For the highest try scorer for the juniors with 12 tries is Kylie Brown.
I'm sorry.
The highest point scorer in the juniors, and sponsored by the Tingha Records, is Andrew Blair, 76 points.
Reckon you get hold it up there. Hold it up there. Good question.
We had the players' player. This is obviously picked by the players, and the tally's been kept by our great registrar over there, Ivan, and Aki Man. Don't know by Aki. Is Aki here? Aki hasn't voted. Anyway, it's a joint one, and it'll be Jared Gooder and Will Hollingsworth.
That's all right, Will. Where's Darren? Over here. Over here. Come in here. Right. Good name. Good on you.
Now we have the Junior Encouragement Award. Nick, could you tell me when it was last awarded? It was last awarded
It was
in...
awarded last, Chris, in 1996, and then it's in remembrance in 1988. If you remember, there was a bad accident the other side of Inverell, where young Ricky Harris, he was a junior playing for Tingha, going to a sapphire mine to work. Him and 2 others were killed, and this is in remembrance of Ricky Harris.
And it's known as an encouragement award for the juniors, and very, very deservedly won by Ryan Schumann. Move on to the Coaches Award. If I could get Brett Burns to come forward, please.
Yeah, this award, guys, this young fella come on the scene halfway through the scene and he put his best in and scored a few tries in the position he was in. And I'd just like to call Johnny Krause up here for the Coaches Award.
Good on you, thanks.
With all best and fairest, we have a group best and fairest, and we have we have the supporters best and fairest. The group best and fairest, if I could get Jacinda Lavender to come forward, please. This is again, this is a trophy that we've pulled out since 1996. Yep, and it's resurrected again. And away we go, and it's donated by the Lavender family. And the winner of that is joint one. It's Kylu Brown and Tom Nelson. Tom Nelson, and it's a joint for best and fairest in the
Tom,
group.
hang on that. Milo, hang on that. Stay on either side of Jacinda. So that you can see it. Hold that up that way. That up that way. Now you're right.
Now we move on to Des Ward. We'd like to thank Des and Sue for their sponsorship during the year. They were called in at the last minute and put his hand up, and he was out here at every game, and as was Sue. And when you couldn't hear Bob yelling out or making a cup of tea, Des was yelling out as well as Sue. But it was great to have them aboard, and really we appreciate it. If I could ask Des or Sue to come forward. Des Ward Junior Player of the Year is Will Hollingsworth. And there's a new shield that's been struck, and it'll say here at the club.
Congratulations.
I'd just like Tom Nelson to come forward, and we'll present the coach. I'll ask Brett to come forward as well. Brett, with a appreciation from the club and the players. Anyway, it's appreciation, and we thank Brett. We called Brett in at the last minute to help us out with the coaching, and well, geez, the boys only just missed out, and he did a great job, and we really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Right, as you all know, it's not just the players that run the club. You need a really good committee, and this year we've had a real good committee with Dick, the president, Gatto, the secretary, and Mum over there doing the treasurer's job, looking after the money, and we just like to give them a little presentation to say thank you very much to them. As you know, no club runs without a committee, and we'd like to say thanks to them.
Come on, girl. You stop there too and get a photo before. Huh? Get in there. Very good. Thank you.
And just on a quick note on that, thanking David, and I'm sure Dick and Barb also, on their behalf, we'd like to thank all the workers, the ones that behind the scene that don't actually get the accolades that we did, the fellas that run the water, strap them down. I know that Jeremy and and the rest of them have all done a great job. Warwick, Daniel running the water, they get abused out on the field. Just ask Harvey. But anyway, but they all do a great job and they take it on the chin, and we really thank very much for that. We'll move on to the Clubman of the Year, and I get the privilege of doing that. We've done it for every year, myself and my brother Mark, and this fella just whinges and whinges and whinges, and I walked in the door and he still whinged, so that's why we held up a little bit. I had to run to town, get him a damn jumper, a shirt, and bring it back out here and say, Ivan Coleman, come and get your Clubman of the Year shirt. You can't find it.
What did you get on?
I only want to say one thing. At least I am on time, so don't ever expect Curdo to pick you up on time. So that's one thing. The only thing I've got to say about it. I'd just like to thank the club for this. It's a great honour. I love coming to the football. I don't know what's going to happen if we ever do fold. I'll have to go and play marbles or something at the weekend. So I just hope we are going next year, and we could be a lot better than we are this year. Thank you.
Number one is Andrew Blair. He can come through and grab his jumper. We've got number one, Andrew Blair. Thanks, Andrew. Number two is Doug Cross. Three is Ryan Sherman. Four is Will Radford. Five is Andrew McIntyre. Six is Kylo Brown. 7 is Tom Nelson. 8 is Chris Barney. 8 is Chris Barney. 9 is Mark Lewis. 10 is Will Hollingsworth. 11 is Fano. 12 is Brad Craddock. 11 is Brad, and 12 is Brad Craddock. 13 is Garrett Gooder. 14 is Damien Slade Pierce. 15 is John Krause. 16 is Ben Horwood. Robert Ellis is 17, and Chris Blair, and Benny is 16. Robert Ellis, he's got his jumper, and Chris Blair is 18. The camera fellas, don't be shy.
We're lucky to have them this year, people. Big clap for them.
Put your hands together for it. Terrific. Move on to the reserve grade, and if I could ask PJ Ellis to come forward. We've got just the highest try scorer in the reserve grade, and it's sponsored by McIntyre Hot Bread. The winner is Clint Connors.
Good on you, Clint. Stand there. Look at the photos.
Move on to the highest point scorer in the reserve grade, and it's sponsored by Terry Payne. If Terry would like to come forward. Highest point scorer, if he got the tries he'd have to get the goals, because he put them all under the post, so it'd have to be Clint Connors again. get PJ to do the next one, and it's sponsored. It's the Players Player, and it's sponsored by Wilco's Caltex, and the winner is Dennis Gerard.
Referee. Don't go too far away.
The next one we move on to is the Coaches Award, and I'd just like Justin to come forward if he could come and award this for us. And again, these are picked by the coaches, and he couldn't split it, and it's Richard Sims and Kyle Binge. Kyle couldn't make it tonight, so I'm going to get Joanne to accept that. And now Dick gets a kiss. Yeah, get to the photo. Best and fairest, and it's sadly we lost Selby Dean, our life member, during the year, and Selby's had a trophy within the club for many years, and this trophy is sponsored by David and Polly, so I'll get Polly to come forward if she could. Dennis will be loaded in tonight, having brought his truck. Now with this award, the shield has stayed within the club, and the other one that Dennis has got here is the actual trophy that the group awarded on that night. Thanks, mate. You've done very well. Thanks. The big award that everybody chases in the reserve grade is the Tingha Sport and Rec Player of the Year, and the fellow he's just walked over there with 20 trophies. He'll have to come back, Dennis Gerard.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the stops in the club. I don't know where he's going to put this under lock and key. Dennis Gerard.
The reserve grade will just ask Justin McElwain to come forward, and he's going to have a few words. Now, as everybody knows, Justin took the job on. He was we were trying to push him to A grade because we weren't sure where Macca was going to be, whether he was going to be in Thursday Island or Tasmania or over Western Australia or somewhere. But Justin elected to take the reserve grade on and did a powerful job with him. Hurt himself, led him early, hurt himself. They wilted it a little bit in the middle, and he's coached him back into the grand final, got him through the finals, got him to the grand final. As everyone knows, went to the grand final and never even looked like losing, like winning. What I was going to say was that how can a team lose when you've got supporters like Tingha's got? That reserve grade 5 ran on, and they had game one. As soon as they ran through that 100 metres of sponsors, supporters, kids. They have the Mad Tiger out there who got a mention. Young Michael Lettinger doing that. He must have been about 80 degrees. But that sort of stuff really brings the Tingha club to a head. And Justin, just like to thank you on behalf of his secretary. I'd like to thank you on behalf of the club for the work you did and the work you put in. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
That's the group 19 Premiership Girls.
And this here is the Group 19 Premiership Shield. So Tingha's the first time Tingha's been put on it.
Thanks, Kurt. I'd just like to start with just thanking all the boys for turning up and just being so committed, turning up week in, week out. It's been great. The Armdale boys are travelling over every week. Troy, Lockie, Jeremy coming from Moree. This is only my second year as a reserve grade coach, but we've got a grand final belt under our belt, and you know, I think that's just about every coach's dream, and we've done that this year. But it takes a lot of hard work and commitment to get there. Yeah. And I'm just, you know, just proud to be a part of the club and the Tingha Tigers, and just proud to be a part of it all. But I just like to thank Macca just for your support on and off the field, mate. It's been great. Thank you. Pleasey, put your hand up doing A grade for us. Done well, mate. I think you're the best dressed player out, you know. You're pretty good. Yeah. No, I learned a lot off both the guys this year, and they both bring a lot of new ideas and experience to a team. That's what we need. And I'd also like to thank Ivan Coleman for keeping track of everything for all three grades, not only one, just all three grades, but he does all the scoring and everything on game day. He's our club official on game day, and he just does everything well, does all the paperwork and that for us, and just makes the job a whole lot easier at the end of the day. And just the boys that give me a hand just throughout the year, Carby and Darren McMartin, thanks for the hand you give us in the sheds and running the bench for us. Boys, yeah. Warwick Reddit, Daniel Marsh running the water for us. We couldn't have done it without you. Yeah. Shrimpy and Polly. Polly, your telephone, and Shrimpy for your bar fridge. It never runs out, mate. It's always full of beer. We spent a few nights down there just going over the teams and bringing up the boys and whatnot and making sure they're turning up. So it's all good. And young Leto, I don't think he's old enough to come here tonight, but if you didn't know, he was the young fella that was in the tiger suit for us on the grand final day and done all the backflips and that. So, and just the main thing is our supporters. Thanks for our supporters just for being there for us all year round, rain, hail or shine. Thank you. And just on grand final day, just for our supporters again for making that tunnel for us. We all ran out. I know a few of the boys had a fair big, you know, a bit of a lump in their throat as they ran through it, but it was good. And yeah, that's about it. No, I just want to all the best for A grade, and I hope we get juniors back again next year. It'd be really good. It's a pretty important year for Tingha this year. We've hadn't had juniors for quite some time, and 12 years, and it's been a while since I think 1987 or 1980 something since the reserve grades won a grand final. So it's a pretty important year for Tingha, and just hope we all come back and turn around and do it all again next year. So thank you very much.
We'll just get Pokey to hand out the jumpers very quickly. Number 1, Warren Williams. Number 2, Les Scott, to make it through here. We'll improve it, Les. Number 3, Kyle Binch. Joanne's going to grab that. And number 4 is Damien Ellis. Well played, Les. This is his first year of football. Number 5, Albert Connors. Big Albert. Number 6 is Dennis Gerard. Number 7 is Clint Connors. Number 8 is the big front row of Troy, and we really appreciate Troy and the work that he did for this year and took those reserve graders right through. And number 9 is Thomas Gerard. Number 10 is Shane Roberts. Thanks, Thomas. Fantastic job, mate. Number 11 is Mark Stewart. Number 12 is Richard Sims. I'll just stay here, fellas, if you can, because they want to get a group photo, if that's all right. Number 13 is Scotty Williams. Well done, Scotty. Number 14 is Lachlan Bale. 15 is Chris Livermore. And 16 is Darren Dodd. Joanne will take that. 17 is Pope and Marty. We've got 2 17s. Yep, Pope and Marty Cochran. 18 is Big Dame O'Connors and Justin Duncan. Jerry. Sorry, Jerry. He's a little bit taller, Jerry Duncan. And number 19 is the Big Woody, and 20 is Big Towsy. That's the one I wanted. Anyway, fellas, we'll just get a quick photo.
We had to get an extra big one.
Take it now.
Can you move over a bit, Lord?
Number 1, boys, eh? Good, you boys. 1 hour and 3. 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Wayne Single, if he could come forward for medal land. And also Ken, if he could come forward for the Royal Hotel Tingha. And Des or Sue, or who's going to take this one? If they could come forward, please, for the Des Ward Earthworks.
Justin's got a jumper here in honour of the reserve grade, winning the minor premiership. We're going to get this into a glass case. At present we've got Nathan Blacklock's Country Rugby League jumper out there. We've got another Tingha Tigers jumper from I think 4 years ago. But being a premiership winning side, we thought it appropriate that this year's jumper go in a glass case, and that'll be the rugby league corner up there with the shields and everything. So Justin, thank you very much for your team and you as coach.
Thank you, Dick. Just on behalf of the reserve grade side, we just want to present this. We only had 1 Guernsey left over from both senior grades this year, and we come up with an idea between us all that we thought we donated to the Tingha Sport and Rec Club for, sticking their heads up for us and whatnot, and just putting others all year. But anyway, Dickie, this is for you, mate, and the club. And if we could, I think we've got I don't know, Polly, did we get a white texter or not? But later on we can chase all the boys up. We're going to put our signatures on it and stuff, and we're just hanging up in the club next to bears and macas and stuff over there in the corner. And just a bit of memorabilia for the club. So thank you, thanks, Diggy.
I have to thank Jeremy Smith in the A grade, Troy Smith in the reserve grade, our winners, Gary Quinlan, Lockie Vale, and Tyrone Cohen for travelling over from different towns and helping us out, and we really appreciate their assistance. And we move on to the highest point scorer in the A grade. It's sponsored by the Inverell Laundromat, and I'll just ask PJ to do this one, and then I'll ask Owen Craigie to come up and present the rest. If you come forward, and the winner in the highest point scorers is Nathan Blacklock. So Nathan can come forward. Highest point try scorer sponsored by Nobby McDonald, and the winner again is Nathan Blacklock, 22 tries. We move on to the players' player. This is obviously picked by all the players, and they thought the fella that most deserving, and I think everyone in the crowd would too, and the winner is Ray Craigie. And now we move on to the Coaches Award, and with any Coaches Award, when you've got a player of the calibre of players the calibre of Ben and Macca picking it, you've got to have a bit of indecision who wins it, and we did this way, and there's two, and it's Brendan Anderson and Luke Buxton. Yeah, Brendan, there he is. Just sneaking in the back all the time.
Coaches in the middle, players in the middle. A good photo of you, folks.
And the Group Best and Fairest is another great shield that we've got within the club, and it's a Doug Davis Memorial Trophy. The winner for the Group Best and Fairest for the Doug Davis Memorial Trophy is Ray Craigie. We'll move on to one of the very major sponsor of the whole club, the A grade. I'd like to ask Dwayne Single to come up on behalf of Meadowland. The Meadowland Tiger of the Year. This has been going on all through the year. We had a running battle right to the end, and then they closed off with a few games to go. And when the final decision came, for the Meadowland Tiger of the Year, I was talking to Greg Cachel, and he said that there was 4 blokes within 2 points, meaning that one fella got it and the other ones were just 2 points off him or 1 point off him. And it's the Meadowland Tingha Tiger of the Year. It's sponsored by Meadowland. Dwayne, thank you for your support. And the winner is Paul Lettinger.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we started off the afternoon with a Players Award, I'll give you this one here. This was donated way back in 1990 by the Inverell Travel Centre, and it was an award donated by Howard Finland, and it's noted the Player of the Year. I picked this earlier in the year, my own selection, and the committee, unbeknownst to me, concurred. Congratulations, Paul, a more worthy winner, and sponsored by Meadowland. And I do take this opportunity in thanking our sponsors. Thank you everyone over there. Just can we have a little bit of shush? We're just about at the end. Our sponsors, Des and Sue Ward, Mick and his family at the Royal and the Imperial Hotel, and Dwayne with Meadowland. It's been a great year taking on the juniors a reserve grade premiership and the A grade getting to the finals. No one could envisage it, and this is your player of the year. Thanks to Wayne.
I'd just like to thank everybody for showing up tonight. Obviously this young fella's, done a good job for the year, and I'd like to, on behalf of everybody in Medellin Vrel, put your hands together and give him a good clap.
Magger, on behalf of the football club, we've got a little present here for you, a little bit of a big present. I hope this goes in your new house, and I hope that you wear it with pride. I know I got one 23 years ago. I've still got it there, mate, and when you open it up, you can open it up. Magger, that's for your new house. We thank you very much for the time and effort you put in the club. Ben, just come forward, please. Ben, on behalf of the football club, we'd like to thank you for the time that you put in. I know that Macca had to go away, and Ben took the job on, and then towards the end of the season I saw you move into the juniors and helping the reserve grade. And mate, we're not the wealthiest club, but there's a little bit there, might buy you a drink and something like that. But I really appreciate what you've done for the club, mate, and we thank you very much. I'll just ask Ben first to have a speech.
First of all, I'd like to thank the committee for getting Tigers going again. Little towns like Tingha, they rely on rugby league, and that's all they live for. And getting a team going like this again was detrimental to a town like Tingha. The players appreciated it, and as a coach I appreciated it. And all the sponsors that supported us through the year, thanks a lot. Financially, you guys are the ones that get us going and playing rugby league each week. Without the sponsors, we wouldn't have the benefit of playing rugby league. So thanks a lot. Thank you.
To Tingha, and an NRL player, played it in England and everything like that, and it was only my dream, and it was a dream of, I know, Bobby Ward and all his mates sitting there, and they all dreamed that one day Macca would come back, and he came back and did a powerful job. And Macca, on behalf of the football club, we can't thank you enough. You and Ben for the work that you put in. We appreciate everything you did.
Just like to say, first of all, congratulations to Pobie and the reserve grade, but mate, everything I've done in my whole career and that, nothing compares to actually playing for the Tingha Tigers, I must admit that. I love Tingha, that's why I moved back here. Tingha's my hometown, and mate, I'll be back here for a good now, so it means a lot to me being in Tingha. I love the town, mate. So, mate, I hope we go well next year, and I'm really passionate about my hometown, and I love it. And all I can say is I love my hometown. I'll never leave this place, no matter what. I'll get buried here. So, Tingha's my hometown, it's from my blood, and I look forward to playing with you guys next year because I want to play with you guys. I'll enjoy playing with Brendan, and I don't thank Smithy, Jeremy and Troy, and the Almondale boys are coming over. I really appreciate that. And the Vrel boys, young Kyle Levin, that got the young boys that come over, so I really appreciate that. And hopefully one day Preston, PJ and Owen can come back and do the same thing I did. So fingers crossed that'll happen. We'll have to work on PJ and Owen tonight while we're, I think, so we'll see what happens. But thank you for the night, and I hope you all enjoy the night.
We'll now just finish off, and we'll quickly run through the jumpers. The A grade, grab your jumper, and number 1 will go to Jeremy Tickle. Number 2 to Todd Prince. Number 3 to Craig Curtin. Number 4 to Al Withers. Number 4 to Al Withers. Just stay here, fellas, so we can get a photo. Number 5 to Anthony Williams, Ringo. Played absolutely brilliant all year. Number 6 to Macca Blacklock. Anthony's there. Number 7 to Ray Ray Craigie. Number 8 to Jeremy Smith. Number 9 to Paul Lenger. Number 10 to Chris Seagrot. Number 10 to Bear. Number 11 to Luke Buxton. Here's it. Luke Buxton's number 11. Number 12 is Ben Thies. Number 13, Brendan Anderson. Well deserved. It'll take a while to get over that, Brendan, won't he? Number 14, Tyrone Cohen. Number 15, Gary Quinlan. Gary there? Yep, and Gary's coming. Number 16 is Shane Sheeter. And number 19 is Ruben Blair. 15 is Gary Quinlan. And fellas, we'll just get a photo there now. You might win a grand final, but it cost you. But I tell you what, this is a cost that the football club had no hesitation in doing. And if any of them reserve graders want it, they want to listen in. Les, come on, let's all listen in. This is reserve grade. As I call you through, we'll see who we got. We got Warren Williams, Clint Connors and Les Connors.
Lovely.
Where we go? How's that?
We move on to the bigger ones. We've got Kylo Brown and Damien Ellis. Kylo Brown and Damien Ellis.
Where are you, Kylo?
Kylo and Damien Ellis. There's Damien. Kylo. Here he comes. And Albert Connors and Richard Sims. Albert Connors and Richard Sims.
Where's Kylo? Tingha, turn around. There. Good. Kylo, you just hang on there.
Now we move on to Kyle Bench. Kyle Bench. He wasn't even going to go.
Kyle.
Thomas Gerard, Scott Williams, and Chris Livermore. Scotty Williams, Chris Livermore, and Thomas Gerard.
Stay in the trees. Yes. XL. 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 Come on the tree. You stand there. Hang on.
We'll move on to Pope, Dennis Gerard and Jerry Duncan. Got Big Popey, Dennis Gerard and Jerry Duncan. Aaron Dodd, Jason Carpenter and Darren McMahon. Jason Carpenter, Darren Dodd, which has got his, and Darren McMahon. And then we go to Robbo, Troy Smith, and Woody. Robbo, Troy Smith, and Woody. Come on, let's try and get through this. Robbo, come on. Let's try and get through it. Woody and Troy Smith. Troy Smith.
You want Troy's?
And we've got Mark Stewart, Marty Cochran and Richard House.
Come on, Robbo. You're right. I want a photo of you on the video.
Mark Stewart, Marty Cochran and Richard House. I'll put them on there, Dick. We'll keep it going. Anyway then, we've got them all done. You want to, Dick? You want to, Dick? Yeah, you should come earlier. Warwick Reddard, Daniel Marsh and Damien Connors. This is Nick Bianco. They're all the same size. Come on, just grab them and go. Grab them and go. Grab them and go.
What is on video?
And Mick.
Fair enough.
And Mick. We've got Mick. Last, the reason, just bear with us for 1 minute, please. Just bear with us for 1 minute. The reason I called Mick up, we called Mick up last, is that Mick's been a sponsor for us, and I don't know whether he wants to say a few words, but Mick, again, I've thanked everyone else, but we appreciate your sponsorship.
I'll get Ken to say it.
Ken, if you want to come up and say a few words. But Mick, you might say words, but the football club really appreciate it. We hope that you benefit out of our arrangement, and I know that we really enjoyed your hospitality and everything that went on. I'll just get Ken from the pub to have a few words, so bear with us, and then we'll close the night down and get into the dance.
Thanks everyone. I'd just like to say that this is our first time in Tingha, it's our first year, and it was awfully good to be part of a premiership winning football club in the reserve grade. Well done boys. And we've had the time of our life. It's been great sponsoring the club. Not that we've had to do a lot except entertain a few sore heads after grand final day. But it's been an absolute pleasure. We love being in Tingha. We love being supporters of the club. We're awfully glad that Tingha have fought back from oblivion. And in their first year back, they've won the bloody premiership. So well done again, guys. And it's been an absolute pleasure being associated with you. And I hope we're there again with you next year. Okay, thank you. Have a great night, everyone. I will like to say one thing, and for you people to appreciate. A club is a club, a lot of workers, but there's one person that holds the club together, and that's the secretary. The secretary this year, Chris, put your hands together, because without him, we wouldn't have been the club.
All the A graders and juniors, everyone come up here, please. Come on, lads. Is it all one club? So get up here. Come on, Beast. Get up here, Beast. Come on. Come on, let's listen up. All you A graders and juniors.